Hello everybody, Noblish Life. Gonna be hunting today Guristas. Guristas officer on that beautiful ship right here. So as you can see, I'm in Jita right now. I got here just in order to reload because last time we were hunting, pretty much almost all my scourge auto targeting heavy missiles went out. So this time I decided to put plenty. So have over 10,000 these Legion Scorch auto targeting heavy missiles with me. Hopefully that's gonna be enough. No, I don't think I forgot anything. So let's try to get out from Jita safely. Just realized I don't have undocked Booka here, the bookmark. Alright, the system where we're gonna be hunting for Panola. It's only 10 jumps away from Jita, so hopefully that's not gonna be an issue. We'll see. Because I'm still confused, like how does the counting work? Like what's the probability of getting the officer? Because very first one, Makra Osman from Blood Raiders, we were able to spawn this guy within 2 hours, or like 2.5, right? And then next stream, 6.5 hours, and the Sancha officer didn't show up. So I'm trying to figure out, did we either get extremely lucky during the first hunt, or just extremely unlucky on a second? And when I was counting this probability, some data provided by another streamer, this guy, he gave 6,000 runs, metrics, 6,000 belts to roll. Out of these 6,000 belts, he got 4 spawns of the officer. So it's 1,500. Now on the last stream, we did, I think, 13 runs total. 13 runs of 45 belts altogether, 585. So around 600 belts we rolled, and we didn't get officer spawn. So I don't know. It's probably a 50-50 chance on a long stream like that to spawn the officer, but at least that's based on my very short data collected here. So far we have only 2 streams. I think I should do it more frequently in order to get some more valuable data. What do I have? So you can see I didn't progress on that Capsuleer Day. Totally missed out on that particular event. I don't know, for some reason not interested to do it. I was watching some news on FunFest in Iceland, so that was interesting. But as event itself, no participation from my side. Alright, we're almost there. There are like 4 systems with 0.5 security status. Starting next one.
Drive active.
So technically that's where we have a chance of this officer to spawn. And one of those systems has a history of spawning that officer, which killed, I think, Procurer. Alright. Let's take a look what do we have here. Oh, shoot. Wrong window. It's not that many bells in this one. Yeah, I haven't visited this system yet. Usually before the stream I would come over and go through all the bells, put the bookmarks in them. This time I didn't have a time to do that, but that's okay. Now it's a chance for you to see how I do it here. Oh, someone left. Hobgoblin. Not interested. Oh, 0-1. Do I have... Oh, that's how it is. So it's 1, 2 bells, and another 6. So that's 8. 8 bells is not enough. I'm still gonna mark them all here, but usually I would choose the systems with minimum of 15 or more. So this way, when you're jumping between the belts, you have enough time for anybody to spawn, because you need 20 to 30 minutes. From what I saw, you need 30 minutes for bell to respawn the next NPCs, regardless of who that is. All right, we have someone here. Let's go to the next one.
Drive active.
And that's personally how I get my system ready. Okay, just regular Guristas spawner. Just regular NPCs. Remember, we were dealing with the Angel, the diamond NPCs, mining fleet. As soon as they arrive, they take off, and then escort fleet shows up. You better don't mess with these guys. So, what's the next one?
Drive active.
Yeah, 8 belts. 8 belts are that's not enough. See, these 4 systems are right next to each other. Oh, someone is jumping around here. And that's the final asteroid belt of that system.
Active.
Alright, we got that system all marked up.
Warp drive active.
Let's go take a look how many belts we have in the next one.
Your father knows about saving money. Everything I'm wearing, I've had since boot camp.
Okay. Okay, that's much better. See how many belts we have to deal with here? One, two, three, four. What if I mark it, if I go right here? Because I remember I was using map of the system to make those markings, like going from left to right. Oh shoot, someone is flying around and I guess hunting already. Is that what are we dealing with here? Two.
Warp drive active.
You know what? I prefer my way better because when you go through context menu, asteroid belts, you might forget which belt you were into. So what I'm gonna do is I'll do it my way, just using map. And that's how we're gonna mark it all. So starting from left to right, these two, let's go to that first one.
Active.
If we're gonna see yellow racks all over the place, that means somebody's running that system. Odysseus, welcome aboard. We're doing the officer hunt for Guristas today. I think Panola, what's her name? They have a freaking weird names. The one.
Warp drive.
Granola, right? That's how you can memorize the name. Yeah, how could I forget the name? Panola Paatama. There you go. Panola Paatama. So these two ready. Let's go to the next one.
Warp drive active.
I'm creating the bookmarks. I didn't do it before the stream, but so on the first run it's gonna take some time. But after that we're gonna be just flying through the system like we usually did. So what do you think? Did we get extremely lucky during the first stream hunting the officer from Blood Raiders, and unlucky during the second one after the Sancha hunt? Or that's just a normal pace of hunting these guys? Absolute random. 04, right? Yeah.
Warp drive active.
2 officers, yeah. For the first, I mean, 2 hours for the first officer seemed quite lucky. That's right. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I was just cut luck back then, and now I'm in a normal officer hunt routine, which is at least 1500 jumps before you meet another officer. That would be a shame. Because remember that stats that I found online for one guy: 6,000 jumps, 6,000 rolls, 4 officers. So that's 1,500 rolls per officer. Remember, last stream 6.5 hours we did. Damn. And when I counted how many rolls I did, how many jumps on asteroid belts, I figured it was a little under 600 jumps. So that's the last one. What bothers me here, I see yellow racks at every other asteroid belt.
Warp drive active.
It seems like someone is using that system for hunt as well. Damn it. Well, somebody been rolling it for a while, right? Without knowing, they did it for us. Oh. I delayed myself from jump for like 10 seconds and it was enough to spawn somebody extra here. Okay, that's 8. Let's go to the next one.
Warp drive active.
If we'll see a wreck here of looted officer, does it mean we have to insta stop and find another area? Okay, that's the belt where I was before. F9. Yeah, but that's some sort of intelligence, right? Or like finding... very possible, if anybody saw the wreck of Osmond back then, because remember we stayed and I was still jumping around for another 3 hours. And that Osmond wreck disappeared after a couple hours, so we were there like 3 or 4 times before it happened. Where am I? Oh, right here. Damn, that's a lot of A lot of moons and belts per one celestial.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, that's weird. You either have like shit ton of this asteroid belts in a system, or maybe 1, 2, or 3. It's weird how it's distributed. I like when it's like 20, 15 belts in one place. Makes it easier. You get 2 or 3 system max, and that's enough for you to do the perfect setup.
Warp drive active.
I'm interested, will we encounter the guy who's doing Hornets? Who's doing the hunt together here with us? And why would somebody leave
Warp drive active.
the drones at the warp spots where people are coming over in order to decloak? Yeah, probably if somebody would hunt, every single one of those belts would be just full of wrecks. But over here I see only a few of them. So that means maybe somebody was just doing the mining operation, staying at the asteroid belt for a while.
Warp drive active.
I don't know, either cherry picking some minerals and then leave. Hopefully that's the case, and we don't have to bump our foreheads with another officer hunter. Let's go to the next one.
Warp drive.
Yeah, sorry, that making back bookmarks that will take a little longer the very first time, but after that it's gonna be smooth. Where are we at? Right there.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, no red color diamond NPCs so far. Just like we had with this Angels, remember? Angels mining fleet. Yeah, I don't want them keep attempting kicking my ass. Pretty dangerous bunch to deal with, that's for sure. And another thing, I just keep thinking about it, like imagine you're arriving there, you see a mining fleet, and also at the same time you have an officer spawn. That means you have few seconds before escorting fleet will arrive, and that will pinpoint you right there and pretty much destroy very quickly. So that's the pretty bad spot to be at. So what you have to do is probably jumping on another asteroid belt
Warp drive
and
active.
trying to come back immediately, because usually that's when that escorting fleet is leaving. But it also means you are leaving officer behind you. So I don't know, is there a timer for the officer to be on the asteroid belt before they take off? because that would break my heart.
Drive active.
Imagine doing like 1,000 freaking jumps and then finally you spawn the officer and now you have to run because of that diamond escort fleet showing up. And when you come back, officer is gone. Where? You'll not be able to spawn. I think they're jumping between the asteroid belts. At least that's what it looks like when I look at the kill board for them.
Warp drive active.
Because you can find there would kill 2 or 3 capsuleers who would do mining within the same system but in the different belts. So that means once they spawn, they start jumping around. If they killed somebody on one belt, they probably go to another one. Just keep collecting these capsuleer skulls. Oh, that's a big freaking system, man.
Drive active.
We already have 20, right? Yeah, 20 asteroid belts, and we have another 6, and that's the last spot. Last celestial was 6 more belts. Oh, there you are. Okay, that's who's producing the wrecks here.
Warp drive.
Right, I haven't seen a single looted wreck yet. That means no officer or even commander spawned yet. Realize you can go through agency and will eventually go through all the belts in the... You mean like this? No, not location. The asteroid belts? What I don't like about it is you keep forgetting which one you at, especially when you doing the stream, and that's what I don't like. You keep kind of reminding yourself, I was here, and then you have to reopen it. Asteroid belts. Yeah, but I think they're going in the same order. Just like over here. What I do is I clear the system from left to right. Some systems are bigger than others, so you don't want to bounce back and forth. Oh, it stays yellow after clicking. Okay. Let's do this. We do it my way, like we did before. Right, but see what I see over here? It's... Instead of giving me the shortest distance between them, it has its own system. It's like gives me whatever the planet, the number of the planet. I think that's how it's lined up in numbers of the planets. And that's why you can bounce in that system around that sun back and forth. This is what I don't like, you know. But thank you for the tip. I appreciate that. That's also a way to do it. And I saw that Beasts, when he was hunting, he was doing that way. It just so that's 22. Let's go to the next one. Because it takes me longer here only because I did not do it before. Yeah, this one. Usually, before the stream, I would have the system prepared and all the bookmarks ready, so all you do is just jump between them. This time I didn't have the time to prepare.
Warp drive active.
Okay, does it actually pay decent? This hunting and news. Haha, man. That's a painful question you're asking. Last two streams I did was dedicated to that type of activity. We were able to spawn Makra Osman on the very first one. That's a Blood Raider frigate officer. And this guy didn't drop dozens of whisk per hour, yeah. Yeah, so all he did is drop Blood Raider faction loot for me. Nothing for the officer. No officer loot was dropped for me. So 312 million, and then you can add crew blueprint to it. That's another, let's say 20 million. Let's be rough, 320 mil. And that's like in 2 hours of that activity. Now, after we caught Makra, I think I was jumping for another 3 hours, and he didn't spawn anymore. 6. He didn't spawn anymore. And then we did the next stream, 6.5 hours, where we were not able to spawn Sancha, that Usaris lady, unfortunately. It sucks until it pays off. And what I'm trying to do is I want to finally get this officer modules and see if it pays off. That's how I can kind of track back how many hours I invested in it and how much money I can make by selling this. Because if you check the prices on those things, some of them are like in a very high billion count, and that's lovely. So remember, left to right. Nothing here, nothing here. Okay, a couple here.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, because so far we have 5.5 or 6.5, 12 hours with 300. with 320 million. All right, that's ISK per hour. Let's take a look. What are we dealing with here? 320 mil divided by 12 hours. It's 26.5. Then you'll stay exploring. That's like 300 mil per hour. I get it. I did so much exploration already that I didn't feel like doing it. I wanted to try out something new, and that's why I don't mind spending extra time. But you know, for me, it's trying out something which I haven't done before. But would I recommend it as a regular income to anybody? Absolutely not.
Warp drive active.
Maybe I'll change my mind if I'll see officer modules dropping left and right, but so far it doesn't look very promising. To me, it's just I really want to catch all of them, at least in the high sec, and then we'll go from there. 2. RNG hunting, you would say. You would say, yep. Exactly. Don't have anything here. Oh yeah. So let's jump.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of asteroid belts here. Yeah. So we had 26 in previous system. This one has another 15, I believe,
Warp drive
or
active.
16. It's so funny to see high sec belts fully depleted. Imagine mining in high sec, what a waste of time. You're right, but it has its own like pros and cons, right? Pros, it's you are in a low risk area, and if you cannot actively play, if you don't have your full attention to it, no less safe for who? for member of alliances? Yeah. Yeah, but some people are like, what if they are, I don't know, working and do just this stuff on the background? Like remote workers. They can have that thing rolling in the background, and once in a while they're just gonna bring their either mining ship or mining fleet back to station, drop everything off, and then coming back. And if they have it like these cycles every couple hours, I don't think it's gonna be matter for them. Yeah, they're not making a lot of money, but they're staying in the game. They're doing something. Yeah, but doing high sec mining for profit, no. Oh shoot, did I mess up? I think I did. Yeah. So you got intel channels and alarm set, mutant 5 jumps. Yeah, alarm beeps and you just dock it and then continue. See you making 10 times this profit. I get it. I get it. It just, you have to be a part of this alliance though, right? When you leave there and you have access to all these intel channels and all these type of information, of course, it's easier. But for regular players who are not even spending that much time in the game, 6. I don't think that's an option, or at least. I've seen some people doing Iron Man challenge. They would go null sec just to get these extra rare ores and stuff like this. But that's another time, then, you know, you gotta know what you're doing. Because think about it, you cannot give that advice to a new player. Hey, just go to nullsec and mine over there. That's a lot of conditions they have to keep in mind. Yeah, just throw them in the water, right? And hope they're gonna learn how to swim. That's why so many people complaining about learning curve of this game. Free kill mills. And it's fun for you, but you kind of breaking this new player morale against the knee. Remember, even CCP introduced a new region in the game without PvP, just to make it like high sec was not enough. No, they actually had to above and beyond just to make it, try to make it even more comfortable. CP, FC, oh, they renamed themselves, yeah. It's pushing them to factional warfare, so they're being forced to lose ships. It's not even losing ships, but actually getting the feeling what it's like to lose it. Because if you stick to high sec too much, eventually you just you're so paranoid of losing ship that you're never leaving this area. And I'm guilty of that thing as well. I've been in the high sec for too long, and I realized that it's whenever I'm leaving high sec, I'm pushing myself away from a comfort zone. It's fun, but it's to me it's it's like adrenaline rush every time I'm leaving it. Especially with my stupid habit flying expensive ships. Ads. Oh, you're... See, that's my second stream when I turned the monetization on. And I see people are complaining. I still gotta take a look at it. Is there a way to make it to do as minimal impact, not wasting viewers' time as much? I'll take a look at it. Sorry, I promised it last time, but I was on a work trip. That's why I was gone for 2 weeks. And I just came back recently. I think there is a way to tweak it to minimize how many ads there are. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know when the ads is playing. And is it playing at the same time for everybody, for all the audience, or it's like individual stuff? Because I think it's, for some people it's gonna be playing, like depending on when did they join. It's region-based. That's what I thought. Not on. It's like region-based, or where you from. Maybe you're using VPN. That's another thing that affects it. Now you're getting individual advertisements, whatever you are. Probably individual pricing as well. That's another part of tinfoil discussion. Depending on who you are, where you are, you're getting the different price for the same service or subscriptions or whatever. Fair treatment, right? Compare it to real life, freaking medical bills here in the US. I was, it still kind of bothers me, you know, this idea. Yeah, missing with the interaction of streamer, that's right. I get your point, and that would be very nice for me to have at least some sort of warning. If everybody's watching ad at the moment, what's the point of me, you know, talking or like answering audience questions or things like this? So that's just the control. But if everybody is getting ads and in a different timing, that's impossible to manage. How can you pay attention to things like, oh, I'm answering the question of the person who's watching the ad at the moment? There is no way for me to find out. Maybe you can control it when you have like 10 people at the stream, yeah. But imagine major streamers with hundreds and hundreds of viewership, or maybe even 1,000 people. Uncontrollable. Oh, come on. Okay, now they aggro. Remember how this auto-targeting works? I cannot launch the rockets, the missiles, until they attack me or aggro me. Alright, that's the last system which I'm gonna be bouncing around today. I want to count how many belts we have total. So 3, right, 3 over here. It's only 1. Yeah. That system is not even make sense. You have only 6. 6 bells total. And that's my number 4. Yeah, probably not going to be coming back to that system. Raisin is the system where I saw the kill mail from. That's the one we've been hunting in previously. I mean, kill mail for the officer on the kill board.
Drive active.
Okay. Kami. So that freaking Pujola is probably better to be ignored. Gotta come back to this system where it came from, and then pretty much working in this line. Hampinen, Ikami, Raisin. These 3. Alright, let's go.
Drive active.
And I'll start a stopwatch. Was I talking about flying expensive ships? Yeah, expensive for me. That particular one is 1.2 bill or 1.1, yeah. So, and a lot of blink stuff, like this, not supposed to be Gistom C type. You can actually replace it with a T2. You don't really need Federation Navy status Webby Fire. I'm pretty sure T2 will do just fine. Am I the right system? Yeah. Yeah, let's go. So what are we gonna be dealing with? Let me start. I just wanna see how much time it's gonna take. I have 8 in this one.
Drive active.
Oh, your frigate is 1.4 pacifier. Yeah, you can blink them out. It just, you know, was it necessary or not? What are you achieving with this? Alright, that was enough time for them to spawn. And the point I'm making is, to me, I don't think it's necessary to use to use ballistic control systems, the factional ones. Tech 2 would do the same. Stasis wavy fire and multi-spectrum shield hardener, same thing. T2 will work. Well, it made 10 billion in 6 days, so worth it. Yeah, good for you, man. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about pacifier exploring in nullsec. Are you going after Tech 2 plate armors in Sancho region? Doing the relic sites, or is there something particular you're going after on your pacifier? That's what I'm trying to figure out. 10 billion is very, very good income in 6 days. Four. That's the third one.
Warp drive active.
Sancho relics and ghost sites. Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah, very profitable. If I would go just, you know, profit only scanning, that would be definitely an avenue to try out, because and you don't even require such expensive ship. You know, I would go with probably Astero and feel just fine. And you switch to Proteus and Tengu for sleeper caches. Yep. If you live somewhere not far, you know, where all that takes place, and you can easily come back and forth, switch the ships, that's great. But for the guys who would use filament to get there, that would not be an option. Well,
Yo, you live
what
with Dennis
the
Beck.
hell?
Today we're talking pro money moves. Ooh, we got our first caller.
Hey, Pete. I'm paying rent.
Sorry, guys. Switch it. Seven.
Warp drive active.
Oh, come on, Panola. Panola, Cranola. Give me the excitement of a day. Because I remember, I think they're like 4.5 bill per rocket launcher for that officer who spawns over here. That would be a great freaking reward.
Warp drive active.
At least it would answer for me the question if it's a worthy activity or not. Because so far I'm doing it for the experiment rather than profit.
Warp drive active.
Plus, you know, I just want an achievement of actually getting the officers, every single one of them in a high sec, and then we'll see if it makes sense to switch to the low sec ones, the ones that are flying cruisers. All right, first system we're done in 4 minutes, 4.5. You might buy Odysseus. Yeah, I already bought it. Have a bunch of streams on this Odysseus, and I was using it for high-sec exploration and pretty much made a point that Odysseus can be used for... It arrives in the system and it vacuums it out clean. Completely, because you can bring your little fleet with you of Hecates and Astero. So all the small sites can be done on Astero. Then I think 2 and 3 out of 10s can be done on Hecates, and 4 out of 10 Odysseys is okay to get inside, like go in this Sancho occupied mining colonies, bring the Odysseys there, fly through NPCs like it's nothing. And of course the sleeper caches. Yeah, we found quite a few
Warp drive.
what do you call it? The biggest one, the sleeper the gigantic, or no, I forgot, major sleeper caches in high sec, and it was showing itself pretty good, handling the heat in the final room where all these explosions are taking place. It just I was such a chicken shit and didn't want to lose the ship that I actually took it away before I looted everything, every single can. But I feel it could actually take much more damage than
Warp drive.
when I decided to leave. You want to do exploring a relic sites plus yeah, gas hopping would make very good sense to do in null sec. $4 billion per ship, yeah, that's at least. Because I think when I took my Odysseys around, I would count the loot inside the cargo as well. So everything that I picked, which was pretty fruitful, you know, because some of the sleeper caches would be dropping 400 mil, 500 mil, when you taking into account all the BPCs as well.
Warp drive active.
Oh, without the loot, yeah, but still, even with the loot, it's ship and refits. Yeah, that's gonna bring you to 4 bill at least, and then everything else is on the top. Oh, or gas harvesters are painful. Why? Because of the price? I can imagine. Yeah, whenever I see those guys dropped,
Active.
the ore harvesters on the kill mails or on other people's streams when they hunt these poor miners. Makes me feel the pain when I see the prices on those. And keep in mind, there's like not all of them are dropping. Huge loss for the miner. See how much faster we can go now because all the bookmarks are ready.
Warp drive active.
Let's go to the next one. Nobody spawned here.
Warp drive active.
It would be faster if I would have my locations pulled out. Locations pulled out. How can you pull it? Because I always would bring that context menu with a right click. I don't even know how to pull it. How you use that interface?
Warp drive active.
Yeah, but where the locations are? Are they separately somewhere? Duck full. Because I don't have locations marked over here.
Warp drive active.
No, that's not. Press L. Hold on. Oh! Never used that shit before. And from here, agents, locations. Oh my... Okay. I see now. Yeah, thank you guys. So probably... That's it. 13. So personal locations, this is the one, yeah. Just move it to the side with the numbers. Yeah, have... Why are they yellow though? That's interesting. Yeah, but it's good. Oh, I see. I see. It's yellow because you're in the system. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys. And that's cool. It actually shows where I'm at. Man, that saves time. Thank you. It will pop out for every system you enter. Yep, I have one open my location since I can see 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3 jumps locations. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Thank you, I appreciate the advice. Yay! Now it's just one right click instead of freaking... When you have... Yeah, it's helpful when you have many locations from the Instadoc and stuff. Yeah, for... See, these advices are coming from, like, nullsec wisdom. I appreciate that. Because you guys have to go above and beyond for... to save your assets over there. I guess for the... Akikas Natite, thank you for joining the stream. Trying to hunt officer in high sec right now from Guristas, Panola, Paatama. See if that lady will show me some love today. Because unfortunately last time the girl from Sancha decided not to show up, even though I've been begging her for 6 hours. More than that, 6.5.
Warp drive active.
I'll literally not be able to play without my locations. Instadocs, purchase mining, purchase for the gates, not get into bubbles, safe spots, sinus spots. Main locations are... Yeah, locations are amazing. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that. That's just one more thing for me to learn. It just... I've been playing this game without interacting to others for so long. You never seen an officer or killed one? That's what everybody were telling me when I just started it. Like 2 streams ago, when I was going after the Blood Raider, we spawned the guy after 2 hours of flying around. 2 hours and he showed up. So that's why I'm not losing hope. That Makra Osman. And if you go 2 streams back on my channel, you will see it. Damn, I should have left the time mark. So, but anyways, it's like 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's where you're gonna be able to find it. Blood Raider hunt. He just showed up out of the blue within a group of I think 7 NPCs, including destroyers. That's what I was surprised to see, but that seems like that's their normal behavior. even though they're frigates, but they're bringing destroyers with them.
Warp drive active.
You're currently trying to get 1 year of Omega. That's a good target to go for. I got my extra 1 year Omega just
Drive active.
by purchasing Plex and taking advantage of the great deal. I think 2400. Oh, you got that Omega till July 2027. Well, it's a nice flex.
Warp drive
Let me
active.
see what I have my Omega till. Where is it? Where is it? Attributes, biography, pilot services. Oh, I'm till May 27. Yeah. Should be enough.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, and I'm always buying the best deals. Usually, whenever the CCP has the best deal to offer for like 1 year. $17 billion, 1 month flat. Okay. If you really get into it, it can be 10 days. Yeah, it's how much time you can spend on this game.
Warp drive active.
I started streaming because I thought my job will allow me, you know, there is a certain activities we're no longer doing. Now I have more time, but then they kind of switched to different type of crap and involve me in one more project over there.
Warp drive active.
That's when I have to kind of go on the work trips from time to time, and like shit. I wanted to do this as much as possible. Let me try that. So hold W and click on location. Okay, you're about to teach me something else, I guess. What is the hotkey for warp? I don't think I changed the hotkeys for warp before. So if you look at that, no, it says jump D, right? So if I click D and then click on a location, no, nothing happens. All right, what about W? I click on W and click on locations. Nothing happens. What about S is for warp? Okay. S. No, unfortunately, I don't see any. Unless I'm doing it wrong.
Warp drive active.
W. Are we trying to do the brutality for Mortal Kombat? I'm gonna have to test that. What if I just... Okay, let's say I'm marking that station right there and press W. Yeah, you cannot navigate that way with the selected object in it. Why? The object is too far away. Try moving into direction instead. It gives me some sort of freaking mistake, but I'm pretty sure they're probably a faster way to jump. Like when I click the bookmark with one of the buttons pushed, but my buttons are default. I do not recall changing much. No, this system is 0.5. 0.7 will not bring you... will not spawn any officers, or only 0.5s in high sec. Why he's not attacking? Okay. From the location menu, I can queue warp back to back with the shortcuts, but I can't do it via overview. Okay, well, that menu you're talking about, right? One.
Warp drive active.
Oh, no problem, no problem. So 0.5 are for the officer spawning. You just have to be in a region where that particular NPCs or faction, depending on who you're going after. Like, for example, I'm in the Guristas area. I'm only like 10 or 12 jumps away from Jita, not too far. Yeah, so for the fast travel between the coordinates, I press W and then left click on next location. Nothing happens. S, let's press S and left click. Unfortunately, that's not how it works for me. So that's the third one. Yeah, if there is a better way to do it, that would be great. Let's make it a bit smaller. Because so far I'm going for like right click, left click for the jump. So right click, that's when you bring that context menu from that particular bookmark in the folder, and then left click to, you know, throws you in there.
Warp drive active.
It's very fast aligning Tengu I have over here. Ooh. Oh yeah, it's just hold left click and move the mouse up. Hold on. Hold the left click, move the mouse up. What do you mean? From the location? No, you can... That's how you can move the location in a folder.
Warp drive active.
You can do the radial menu too, but I find it even more problematic. Like, let's say we do it like this. Like, let's find an object. Then you have to, first you have to aim to the object, then left click and leave it like this, and then you choose whatever the option is over there. And I don't want to do it. Because that left clicking and waiting for that radial menu to show up
Active.
in my location. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. See if that's gonna be any faster. So right now we are at location number 8. Finish with these guys. Oh yeah, right there.
Warp drive active.
You can... So, yeah, on the spots, what happens is... No, that's all saves time. Here's the only inconvenience we have. Whenever you have radial menu click like this, it doesn't select it. See how it remained on spot number 8. Now I'm on number 9. Let's jump to number 10. We jump to number 10, but it's not selected.
Active.
Oh no, See, it's still remaining on number 8. Let's go to number 11 after this one. I would lost. Yeah, you definitely can lose track like that, but it's still an option. It just you're gonna have to move that to the next belt, you know, every time. So it's another left click extra, but you're avoiding the right click, what I used to do before. It just, I'm so used to it, I guess, so it doesn't bother me that much. And now you're trying to learn the new trick. You know how the old dog has a problem with the new trick learning. But I really appreciate the advice with the location folder. Ads again. Oh my god. It's visually wonky. Gotta get used to it. Stop talking, I can't hear it. Man. I hope the ads will finish soon. Man, that's like, it's only 2 streams with monetization on, and I hear so many feedback. It's not necessarily like negative feedback, but people are mentioning, hey, the ads are annoying. It's way too long. I'll definitely look into it because I know there is a way to tweak them. That's done. Continue. Yeah. Now I'm just right clicking and then left clicking the same way I did it before, because if I do the radial menu, it doesn't select the next next object. That's what I don't like. I would like to have it selected so we don't lose the pace. And are we at Raisin? So we are at 28 minutes to complete 3 systems, and I think that's about right for timing. Pujura. I keep forgetting the name of the system where I have to come back to. Oh, Hampinen. So it's that Raisin, Ikami, Hampinen. Yeah, I'm not even hiding the locations, guys. It's just I don't think anybody gonna be stream sniping somebody with an audience of less than 10 people. So it's pros and cons of being small. Definitely a pro here. So I think from the moment we started the belt in the very first system of that Hampinen, yeah, it's been 29.5 minutes. Yeah, so 30 minutes. Good. Good. We'll stay within that pace. It's just enough for the NPCs to despawn and respawn on those belts. Because whoever was telling me 20 minutes is enough, not true. We checked it. You coming back within 20 minutes, nobody spawns. 10 minutes more, that's when this NPC decided to show up. Alright, let's keep rolling. I'm gonna restart the timer here. Stop. But they decided not to. Isn't my feed a bit overkill for that spawns? Are they that strong? They're pretty strong. And as I mentioned, you can see me taking that feat against Blood Raider officer, and he and his escort were able to get through, I think, like 30% of my shield. And that particular tango, that's the passive tango right there. So I just wanted to have that shield buffer. Yeah, officers are extremely tough and strong. What I was really worried about, not the shield, even though I put a lot of it here. What I was worried about is if I have enough application using the heavy missiles against them. Yeah. Hyperspatial, yes, for the speed warp. Let me bring it one more time so you guys know what I'm flying here. I'll move it somewhere here. So I hope you can see it from here. So medium hyper special velocity optimizers in the rigs. Tech 2, of course. Nanofiber eternal structure for for agility, and a couple ballistic control systems for application. Oh man, I was on the budget when so Republic fleet isn't Caldari Navy shield extenders better? They are. It just I was buying the cheapest ones, I think, at least in Amar, because I was on the budget when I was setting this up. I pretty much spent all my plaques on first. I bought that great deal from CCP, like buy one more year for like 2,400 plaques. So that was very, very good, but that pretty much got all my resources out. And another thing, they were selling extractors, skill extractors. I think I bought like bundle of 30 of those with a big discount, and that's when I ran out of ISK. Yeah, I don't use these extractors. It just on a stream I listened to advice of one of the players saying that in the 6 months these extenders, extractors will go in the price so high that there is a way to make at least 60% profit. So I'm like, I'll wait for it. But when I spend all that money, all I have left is probably like, damn, was it like 600? Yeah, I think 600 mil left. That's it. Thuckers are the best in class, while Republic shield extenders are second best to the best. Okay. Yeah, I was going for the price. Now I have, since I bought, when I purchased that Tango and I fitted it, I have like almost no ISK left on account. And I still don't have much. Yeah, I have like 1 bill, that's it. Caldari easier to fit by 2 CPU. Okay. Alright, so we're done with... We gotta go to Ikami, right? Yeah. Yeah, I promise I'm gonna memorize that route. It's only 3 systems. Alright, I'll take the feet away. Yeah, we can set up there. It's just you keep resetting it. Yeah, I just didn't want to set up the route for only 3 systems, because I'd rather memorize them. Plus, we're right next to low sec. I want to jump accidentally to the low sec on this expensive ship. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to outmaneuver whoever tries to tackle me. because I have a covered up cloaking device here.
Warp drive
But still, I
active.
don't want to take that extra risk. Don't want to lose that tango right here. So speaking of the overkill, I don't think you need that many shield extenders. The 2 will make will do just fine. Maybe put a disruptor there. Warp disruptor.
Drive active.
So your officer will not escape. And what you should worry about is application, because they're like extremely small signature, and using heavy missiles against them, that's an issue. But when I arrive to the location and I see officer there, I immediately reload Caldari Navi Scourge Navy missiles. I was thinking about rapid lights too, but that huge lag on reloading,
Active.
I don't think I want to wait. And I wanted to try out the heavy ones to see if it works, and they actually show that they can work. And you see they eliminate NPCs pretty quickly. I have no problem with application damage. Applying damage. Plus, as I said, whenever the officers are there, I'm switching to Caldari Navy Scourge heavy missiles, and they're not like shred them apart immediately, but you can
Drive active.
you can see how fast that damage being applied. They're still tough to deal with. Still takes a couple minutes to get through their shield or armor. But that's all related to small signature of that particular NPC. And I guess resistances are like over 90. Well, now we have a profile damage for this particular NPCs and faction. So we go against Guristas with Scourge missiles. So I don't expect any problems there.
Warp drive active.
Panola, come on, beautiful. Where are you at?
Warp drive active.
Yeah, rapid launcher I use in my Gila for Abyss runs. And at least there is a timing when you're changing the rooms over there. You can use that time for a reload. I don't want to spend time here for reloading
Warp
between them.
drive active.
Plus I think, what's the... Look at 94 kilometers. I don't think you can achieve that with the light missiles. That heavy ones, 94, and I didn't even do it on purpose. But you see the spawns? Some of the NPCs are spawning over 50 kilometers away. Plus, when that diamond
Active.
mining fleet was there on the last stream, I decided to mess with it a little bit to see how bad their escorting fleet is. So I attacked the Venture. Venture was able to handle the heat for quite some time, and then where their diamond escort showed up, the Angel mining fleet. Oh my god, these guys are tough. It's good I built the distance. I was like 75 or 80 kilometers away,
Active.
going full speed on my micro warp drive, and they did not catch me, because if I would get pinpointed, say bye-bye to 1.2 bill. And their sneaky way how they arrive at. First, the freaking frigates landing there. And then, maybe like 10-15 minutes later, a squad of battleships. If I would be right where that battleships landed, I don't think I would be able to handle that heat for like longer than 40 seconds or so. And once my shields are gone, passive shields, that's it. Story's over. Another thing, I was trying to apply damage to one of the frigates of this mining fleet, and I think he was under remote repair from the battleships. So whatever the damage I was applying to them, and they were pretty tough, so they were handling damage well, and as soon as their shield would go down 30%, they would almost instantly getting the freaking shield repaired, and that's only one frigate. And I don't think there is anything of value or dropping from that particular NPCs, except if you can. Fleet DPS is scary, yeah. These diamond fleets, I don't know what they made of. If these NPCs you would be able to encounter in the missions, I don't think we would be running those missions at all. Especially with a remote repair. So it seemed like the NPCs, repairing themselves, and the freaking battleships are remote repairing them. Yeah, good luck going against those guys. Yeah, we've been here 30 minutes ago, and yes, they haven't spawned yet. Given plenty of time. But at Tengu, look at this. Aligning time, 3.69 seconds, right? Yeah. And the warp speed, I forgot what the warp speed, it was pretty high, 695? No, 7.15. Oh, I think there is a bonus in, yeah, warp speed bonus in Caldari State systems. What else do we have here? Oh, minus 7.5 missile launcher rate of fire bonus and 7.5 shield hit points bonus. So we have all the profile bonuses here for hunting. For hunting Guristas, especially on the Tengu, because Tengu has that extra kick whenever using the Scorch, applying the kinetic damage. Absolutely beautiful. Garmor might be interesting for this belt riding. Yeah, if you're chasing speed, yeah, Garmor would be faster. But when it comes to applying damage, let's say Officer arrives, or Orthrus, yeah. Orthrus would be better for probably applying damage, but I'm not sure how it can handle it. Yeah. I just decided to go like heavy arm. I mean, not heavy armor, but I always wanted to fly Tengu. Finally, I got my skills for it, and I was like, why not? And all that. Tengu is nice. Yeah, it's just some people got tired of it because they're using it so much, but for me, it's a new ship, and not only it's absolutely beautiful, but also having the uniqueness of like when you're changing the subsystems and it changes the way it looks and stuff. Yeah. It's just extremely flexible, very beautiful ship. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. The only thing I don't like is when I was so you're gonna probably fly Odysseys, but the missing nullifier is a big disadvantage. Hold on, you cannot... Odysseys cannot have a nullifier in it? I forgot already, because I remember I was looking into that ship a lot. But keep in mind, I've been using it in a high sec only. Yeah, without nullifier, it's 4 billion piñata in a null sec. Make the wrong move, you'll get punished for it. Guristas. Oh, hi there. I forgot what I was about to say about Tango. One more thing. Yeah, very flexible and allows you to build the distance between you and you know, when I was trying it against this diamond fleet. I don't think I would risk my Ortus because rapid launchers on it. What's the maximum distance you can fight? 50 kilometers? You're training Loki, unfortunately it's the best. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. It just, I think Tango is I don't know, it's in every Omega account heart. Probably this ship has the biggest amount of memes. You said Tengu? Tengu can be crazy tanked. Yeah. I've seen people going in a superior sleeper cache on a, you know, on Tango like that. And no problem with tanking that final room. They're not even watching it. The damage. They have their you know, shield booster spinning, not even paying attention. Because signature is low. You get huge boost for these recoveries. So you can repair your shield pretty quickly. Another thing, somebody was, there is like 10 out of 10 on Tengu. I mean, any ship can take 10 out of 10. Really deserves a special place. And Tengu is capable of it. I'm not sure about Loki though. It's not that many videos with Loki in a DED sites 10 out of 10. Hell of a lot of those with Tengu though. Your Proteus can tank it too. The damage is not that high in Sleeper. Yeah, it's probably because of the lower signature radius. Yeah, but that damage feels pretty pretty painful when you are on a big ship like Odysseus or on Nestor, right? I think it's for PvE. So PP all the way. Missiles are just too strong. Yeah, and convenient. See, I don't know. We were discussing that on previous streams, where I don't have to lock targets. That auto-targeting,
Active.
Legion Scourge auto-targeting heavy missiles during the work for me. All I have to do is just jump between location, notice the NPCs, activate the modules. That's it. No waiting. No waiting for them to be locked. That's it. We just arrived, just landed. The speed is... we didn't even completely stop the warp jump. Moscowy, thank you for following. Appreciate that. Welcome aboard. Hopefully we'll catch that Panola today. So far we're like... What is that? 1 hour 44? Alright. Remember that Blood Raider showed up at 2 hours 15 minutes. So we're getting to that magic time mark. But it's really random, guys. It's I think it can show up at your jump number 1, and it can pretty much ignore you for 1500 jumps. So keep that in mind. It just... Do you feel lucky? Well, do you today? And that's how you freaking run it.
Drive active.
Is it possible to descan the pirates on belts? It is possible, yes. But I think the way it works with the officers, they arrive at the same time when you arrive there. They're not hanging. At least that's what I know about it. Because I'm not... It's... When you start rolling it, you constantly recycling these NPCs spawning on those belts. And more spawns, more cycles you go through, more chances you eventually get to spawn the officer. Descan can be used, I think, for Triglavian, because these guys there will spawn and fly around regardless of what capsuleers are doing in the system. Unlike officers and NPCs on the belt. Okay, that time... Thought it spawned in the system and hang out until it die? No, I think there is some timer for the officer, because they will despawn or they will fly away into nothingness, not to another belt, but to actually somewhere deep in space, just like these diamond fleets. When you follow where they're flying into. They're just flying into random spot in a space. I don't want to do such an experiment, but that would be a good idea to find out maybe some extra information of on that particular topic. How long the officer stays in the system after spawning. But dude, I would be surprised if that timer would be longer than 15 minutes. And I wouldn't expect that officer hang out in the same freaking belt for 15 minutes. He would be probably jump after 5 minutes to one, then after another 5 minutes to another one, and that's it. And then it would bounce or despawn. Alright, that cycle we were able to complete much faster, 25 minutes, comparing to 30 minutes on a second run. Yeah, let's do it again.
Drive active.
Because locations are the best. Yeah, you mean location folder right here? Yeah, one more time, thank you for advice. I really appreciate it. It's like quality of life update for myself. Because I never used it that way. I knew it was possible, it just I didn't know how to set it up. And after I tried on my own, can I put that folder out? I fail. I was like, I don't know. I'll ask maybe, and then I just keep forgetting about it. By the way, commanders are not spawning either. And from my experience, they have. It seems like they have like slightly higher chance of spawning comparing to officers. I thought that would be like every 20-30 jumps. Commander would spawn with a chance of dropping faction loot, or you know, tagging faction loot, something like this. But no, dude, they're like nowhere to be found.
Active.
Big group arrive. Yeah, whenever I see bunch of NPCs like that, it always kind of give me the adrenaline rush, because all these 4 officer spawns looks the same, only it would arrive like 7 or 8 NPCs at the same time, not 4. And it would take, the officer would take a destroyers with him as an escort. They're not tough, they're actually exploding pretty quickly, just like regular destroyers that on the refugees you will find. But yeah, the arrival is scary. I was like, oh, big group, what I do. Yeah, but with me bringing this extra passive tank here, don't care. Maybe I should consider put a shield booster instead of having this passive tank. Because when I was going after Makra Osman, Blood Raider officer, I didn't know what I'm dealing with. Was not sure how bad their neuting is. And it actually, you know, nothing that you cannot handle. Usually by the time you're done with this guy, they maybe newt you, what? To like from 100% to 40. But you at this point you're at your maximum. You got me right. Yeah, you're at your maximum regeneration rate for the capacitor, anyways. Nothing to be afraid of. What you can be afraid of is suicide gankers. And that's why I think having 64,000 EHP as a passive tank is a good idea. Because with a shield booster, yeah, you can handle that incoming damage better, but not the Alpha Strike. With the Alpha Strike, it will become problematic. That's why I decided not to take a risk. Maybe it's a boring fit. He was doing the belt riding in Null, wanted to get faction battleship, unfortunately had bad luck, and got Dreads and Titan, but no battleship. Yep. And I'm sharing my experience on this one too. I don't see this commanders spawning very often. So, and I don't consider it oh, there you go, Dread Guristas. Man, my heart started to pump for a second because I thought it's an officer. Here we go. Speaking of commander, he just arrived. On Skyhooks. Oh yeah, I've heard about it. Hold on, where is this? Why did I... How did I miss it? Yeah. I was pointing at the wrong one, sorry. Yeah, just a small crap. Nothing of value in them. Let's go to the next one. It just... Comparing to normal spawns of 2, 3, or 4, it was 5. And for a split second I thought it's a officer spawn. No, it's just a commander. So it's a regular big spawn of 4 plus the commander on the top of it. It's 5. Yeah, I love this adrenaline spikes, man. Keeps you going. Even though the pay is... all we have is this. Yeah. 51,500 ISK from this. So just the regular iridium charge, then Guristas Nova rockets, and a copper tag. Yeah. Small smart bomb. Oh man, and you see, I actually have couple things from previous stream. That's like couple lenses and a couple tags from True Sancha commanders. That's it. Also like 117,000. Yeah, East-wise it sucks so far. And I, what, in 12 hours, I probably made over 1,000 jumps for sure. Yeah, with only one officer dropping faction loot worth 320 million. Oh yeah. But as soon as I see this purple, this officer modules, I'm pretty sure my attitude will change. Just today 200, yeah. Because it's I think it's a 4th cycle. 4th or 5th. Yeah, we're doing it pretty quickly. Thanks to my fast aligning Tengu. Oh, we actually get a bounty of 103,000. See? The money just keep coming. Look at that. 60 and 61 kilometers away. That's how far they decided to spawn. Alright, if I would be on the Orthros with a rapid launcher, a small rapid launcher rocket, right? Would I be able to get these guys, or I would have to get closer to them? I think much closer. Because Orthros has, I don't know, is it 45 or 50 kilometers range for their rocket? On a yeah, small light rockets versus rapid launcher. For small rockets, Orthros have a bigger range than Tango. Well, I can launch rockets for 94 kilometers. Can Orthros do the same? With the light rockets, light missiles? I doubt that. But also, I have to admit, I never piloted Orthros before. I was using Gila a lot for riding, and I switched to tactical destroyers, mostly Jackdaw and Hecate. Yeah, but Orthros. Heavy missiles out of target in 91 kilometers. Okay. Yeah, that's good to know.
Warp drive active.
Oh, you're level 5. Well, even if it's level 3, level 2, like decent decent skills, you still will be able to achieve probably... You'll be within that 80 kilometers range, which is more than